This is a 2021 Jeep Gladiator Sandrunner. An amazing new vehicle from the Jeep lineup. It's exactly a Gladiator but has some more desert treatment shocks and a lot more upgrades and color changes. And a whole new theme is going on here. If you're watching Drivetrain, I'm Abhiram Rajesh, and if you want to see cool reviews like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button and also the bell icon on the side of it. At the 2021 Jeep Gladiator Sandrunner. So this is actually a pseudo Mojave version which we are seeing in the UAE. So let's first start with the exterior design. So in front we get this Saran Stat grille, which is obviously a Jeep thing. We get this camera in front which serves as an off-road monitor. We get this orange treatment for the door hooks in the front, which is again unique to the Sandrunner. We get these Fox Jounce bumpers, and what they do is that they bottom out the assistance high-speed desert runs, giving you maximum efficiency. There's a lot more going on this particular Gladiator. So first of all, the main difference that you can notice on the exterior is this Sandrunner badge. Now, all of the characteristics of this car look somewhat similar to the Mojave, but no, this isn't exactly a Mojave. This is the Gladiator Sandrunner itself. It has a 2.5-inch internal bypass Fox shocks, which is a unique thing to the Sandrunner Gladiator. Also, there is a wires for the shocks are present in the front right there, if you can see that. And the tires that we get on the Jeep Gladiator are BF Goodrich mud terrain tires. They have a tire size of 255/70 R17s. The desert rated badge measures the car on 5 important characteristics, which is ride control and stability, sand or dirt traction, maneuverability, ground clearance, and desert prowess. Then you get the Mopa Tornado cover, which can be accessed by opening the boot. So you click the unlock button and then just open the plate first. So it has the damping, which you had seen in the earlier Gladiator review. Then you can just push this up, and then here you have these two straps, which if you push, you can fold them back even further. And another cool details that I want to show you is a few Easter eggs. So again, the regular Easter egg that you would get with the Jeep Gladiator, which is this 419, which is the area code for Toledo, Ohio, where the Jeep Gladiators are manufactured. Then just close this to new power. And close this one right here. So as you can see, the bed has a lot of space. So if you want to see a more detailed review of the bed, you can see it in my Jeep Gladiator Sport review. So we can close the rear. We have this Jeep badge over here with this gunmetal kind of finish, and you also have this glossy red that goes around it. You also have the same orange accent for the doors at the rear, which is nice, and you also get this rugged studs over here by which you can climb onto the tailgate. Set up on the rear are LED clusters. It's a nice LED ring that goes about on the rear tail lights. They look amazing. And on the side there's a small badge written Jeep Performance LED. This is actually the key that you get with the Jeep Gladiator Sandrunner. So it's the regular Jeep Gladiator key, but it also has this button for remote engine start. So click it twice. So it powers on. So that's like the full exhaust note that it gives when you start the car. So right now I am in the interiors of the all-new Jeep Gladiator Sandrunner, and I have to say I'm very impressed by this interior. The color accents are just amazing, and just look at the dashboard finish. Like, you see this nice matte orange rings on this gunmetal finish dashboard. It looks spectacular. It just looks amazing. So obviously you get the Freedom Top hardtop, which can be opened by undoing these latches. Then you get the orange stitching for the seats. if you can see them here. Also we get this orange Sandrunner badge on the seats, which looks very nice, and these are black leather seats. This handbrake is actually done in a very nice way with this silver finish along with the orange sporty stitching on the black. It looks pretty cool. And you also get the gear lever for the automatic transmission, and it also has a manual mode for taking control of things manually. You also have the four-wheel drive gear selector over here with the 2H, 4H auto, 4H part-time, and neutral and 4 low. I mean, this finish that they've done over here, like you can even feel the texture on it. Like that's how solid it is. And you also have these AC vents, and the AC actually works very well. And then in the top, we get this sunblind over here, and it has a mirror with LED lights, which is pretty cool. And you also get this small Easter egg over here, which shows actually a paper pin, if you can see that. So that's actually means that you can clip on papers there. And also since the car is very high and it doesn't have actually the footsteps, because it has the rock sliders instead, so you have this big handle over here to grasp and get into the vehicle. And then here in the center we get a central console box, which you have a USB-A socket, and it's a very deep storage box. It's not very small, so it's pretty good. And I think I'm pretty impressed with this interiors of the new Jeep Gladiator. It's pretty impressive, like the stitching, the treatment they've done to every part of it. It really makes it feel like a desert themed vehicle. So this is the new steering wheel that we get with the Jeep Gladiator. We get this orange stitching on the steering wheel, which actually looks pretty nice. You get this perforated treatment over here, which is actually not for heating or cooling, but it basically gives that sporting feel. And you get the controls for picking and dropping a call, and for operating the digital instrument cluster, which has obviously a lot of things to display. Then you have the off-road pages. So off-road pages is completely unique to the Rubicon, Sahara, and the Gladiator Sandrunner models. So you have this nice truck that goes all over the page. And this is the off-road pages. So in the off-road pages, we first of all have the steering angle. As you turn steering wheel, it shows the steering angle over here, and also a 3D animation. Here it shows which mode the transfer case is in, and here it shows the status of the rear axle lockers. And here we have the coolant temperature, oil temperature, battery voltage, transmission temperature, and oil temperature. In pitch and roll, we can see the pitch and roll, as well as the mode of the 4x4 selector, and also the coordinates and the altitude. In trail cam, you can access both the front camera and the rear camera. So now let's go to media. In media, you have the radio and all your usual things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth connectivity. In climate, well, you have your regular climate controls. Then once you go to Uconnect apps, we also have an option for mirror dimmer. So these are actually the electrochromatic mirrors. And in the center here, we have the modes of the 4x4 gear selector shown over here. We get the tachometer over here, which if I rev, you can hear a note of the exhaust. So it sounds pretty good actually, the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. And here in the center, we get the digital instrument cluster, so it displays the fuel levels and the temperature. And when we switch on and switch off the car, now for example, when we switch on the car, it shows a small Jeep that goes over there, and the a Jeep picture over there, which looks pretty nice. And then we get the vehicle info, like the tire pressure, then the coolant temperature, transmission temperature, basically whatever was shown in the off-road pages. Then you also have the off-road data, like the pitch and roll, and also the drivetrain, and again the steering angle, which is also shown there, which is actually a pretty cool feature of the Gladiator. And the steering angle is actually very crucial in off-road driving. It helps to make the correct maneuvers in order to prevent the car from rolling over in stuck situations like going down descents, and that's where it's really crucial. Then as we go down, we have the fuel economy, and we have the trip info, and the audio, messages, and screen setup. And then it comes back to the speedometer page, and if you click OK, you can shift to miles per hour. And here we get the axle locker buttons, and you also get the off-road plus mode. Now this is what's unique to the Gladiator Sandrunner, which is different from the regular Rubicon. So the off-road plus system automatically adjusts throttle, transmission, shift points, and traction control for peak performance or high-speed passes. And here, if you notice, we have more of these aux buttons, which is actually for activating the additional accessories on this vehicle. Then here we have the controls for the windows, just like every other Jeep vehicle. Here we get a media port with an aux port, a USB-C port, and a USB-A port. So we have the front and rear defoggers. We also have the button for switching off the parking sensors, the button for switching off traction control, and the start-stop system. And the reason why you can't have these speakers on the doors, in case you don't know, is because the tops can be removed and even the doors can be removed. So it's basically a Jeep unique feature. It's not there in any other vehicle. That's why the speaker is mounted on top. Here we get this red stitching for the doors, which is very nice, and you also get this net over here to store some things. Now I'm sitting in the rear seats of the Gladiator Sandrunner, and I'm not feeling anything much different here from the regular Gladiator cabin. The comfort levels are still exactly the same. And here in the rear we get the circular air vents for the rear passengers. Also the window controls for both the rear passengers. And you also get the window controls down here. Also you get a 230 volt charging socket, which can be open by clicking that button. Here we have two USB-A ports and two USB-C ports, which is useful for the rear passengers. You also get this cup holders over here, which is pretty cool. This is a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 engine, which you get with the Jeep Gladiator as well. It produces 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, exactly similar to the regular Gladiator engine. So let's just close this. If you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also comment down below which car you would like to see next on this channel. Once again, stay tuned, have a great day, and goodbye.